Where are we headed? I'm gonna go check out the plane. We're at the airport, obviously. And we're gonna go check out the Cessna 182 build. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet. We need to come up with a name. It'll be a Slayer. I don't know. We'll come up with a cool name because it's gonna be pretty awesome. What's up, guys? Polvoorde. Today we're here in Chino, looking at the airplane. I'm showing you guys this a little, but I'm gonna give you a full build breakdown right now. It's a Cessna 182 that's kind of been in our family for, I don't know, the past 10 years or so. Both my parents are pilots. I'm currently working to get my pilot's license, so we're building this plane, and pretty much just the number one job is gonna be to chase down in Baja. So a lot of people fly helis. My dad wants to fly a plane. We'll be able to cruise down, and the goal of this plane is we're gonna be able to land really short, remote areas where you don't even need a runway. You can land down on a road, or a dirt field, whatnot. So let's go check this thing out. Okay, so right now the plane is in a pretty stripped down state, but they have actually done a lot. So one of the big things they've done is they put this new leading edge on. It's called a stall kit. So what the stall kit does is it allows the plane to come to us before it falls out of the air, stops flying. That's called a stall. So it allows it to stall at a lower speed. So according to the kit, it should be able to stall around 30 miles an hour, which is pretty darn slow to be flying a plane. Another thing that we did to help the stall kit, we put wing extensions. We added somewhere around this, I don't know exact amount, to the wing to give it more surface area, creating more lift. And that's kind of what separates this plane a lot from a lot of just a regular 182, and making it more of a bush plane. So one of the cool things that we're doing is we're increasing the performance a ton with this new motor. So a normal Cessna 182 comes with about 230 horsepower plus or minus, but that's peak. That's like that one point it peaks. The motor we're putting in, so we're putting in a Airplanes Continental 550, and this thing produces over 300 horsepower continuously. So when you're climbing, when you're cruising, you know, at these different things, it's still producing 300 horsepower, not just at that one peak point. So this is going to allow the plane to climb a lot faster, cruise a lot faster, and really allow us to, when we need to get off in a short distance, when we're in the backcountry, to really pop off and just get in the air so you're not hitting a mountain or hitting a big rock or something. You know, you don't want to be doing that. Okay, so for the goal for this plane is for it to look pretty darn sporty. So inside, for the interior, it's kind of all blacked out, got some carbon fiber accents. It's kind of got, obviously you can't see it right now because it's all stripped apart, but what it's going to have is, you know, it's going to be kind of like a sports car inside, kind of murdered out, but still have like a light roof and stuff, so it seems big inside. But I think it's going to look like a sports car when you get inside it. The next wild feature this plane has is it has a parachute for the entire plane. So if you're in a really bad situation and you're not going to be able to put it down somewhere safely, it's got a red lever in the middle that you pull, and this thing, so this is the parachute system. It's pretty darn big, and then it comes all the way back here. And it's gonna shoot, it'll shoot out this window and break the window. And then there's straps that attach the whole thing, and the whole plane will come down and you'll be safe. Okay, so these are the tires that are on it right now. But this is what we're gonna put on it. We're putting some big old bush tires so we can land in, you know, in rocky kind of fields, dirt roads, whatnot. You know, just kind of make it a do-it-all plane. Okay, so since this thing's gonna be running down in Baja, chasing for me, racing like the Baja 1000, the Baja 500, it's getting fully outfitted with race radios.
Grab your walkie, I'll call you when I get up there, okay?
Brian, pick up, over.
What?
Brian, please say over when you finish talking, over.
What? Over.
And then even SATCOM, so this is a SATCOM antenna. This is so we can talk to pretty much anyone in the world on our same channel through this. Pretty cool. So we run one of these on the race car on top of the Honda Talon, and then these guys in the plane will have one, and they'll be able to just talk and we'll be able to talk back and forth via plane to race car or plane to chase truck, depending on what they need. Because if we need parts and we're stuck out in the middle of nowhere and there's a field or there's a dirt road and it's not too mountainy, these guys can come bring it to us. That's what's going to be so awesome about this plane. So here's the dash, and in the dash it's going to have what they call a glass cockpit. So it's going to have two G600s, which are pretty much a big kind of iPad television that's integrated in, kind of a computer screen, and that shows you all your things like your airspeed, altimeter, all that stuff is built into this screen. And then it also has two 750s is what they're called, and that's kind of your GPS and your radio system, and they stack two, so if you have one failure, you always have the other one. And it's pretty, this is what like the new big planes have in it, so it's super up to date, super safe. It's gonna be super like modern inside, because you can just play with all the electronics, turn on the autopilot. It's gonna be a nice feature because it's gonna be so easy to use. Okay, so one thing I almost forgot to show you guys, which is a pretty cool feature, is just this little simple piece. And what this thing does is it provides a skid. So when you take off on these short landings or short takeoffs and landings, you can flare and basically just drag the back of the plane in the dirt or on the pavement or whatever, and then take off. So then you get a better angle of attack. Okay, so this is just part one kind of our build breakdown. Obviously the plane's a little raw right now, but we're gonna keep you guys updated, because it's really gonna start coming together now that they've got the big structural things done. You're gonna start seeing it really evolve and look good, and soon it's gonna get painted, and paint scheme's definitely got a little bit of me in it. It's definitely not your traditional plane, but it's gonna look really good. It's pretty exotic for a plane. So like, subscribe, turn on that notification button so you know when we post this next update, because you're not gonna want to miss it. For the next one, it's gonna be pretty rad.